What's up, you guys? Welcome back, and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be showing you just exactly how to install a Bestop Supertop on a 2016 and up Tacoma. It's going to be a super simple install, nothing too hard. It is time consuming. It may take 2 to 3 hours depending on your skill level. And stay tuned, because on this video, it's just going to be an installation video. If you do have questions on it or anything about it, I am going to be doing a review video later down the road. So stay tuned for that, you guys. If you do have questions on it, make sure to leave them below. When I do the review video, that's when I'll answer your questions. And for today, I am here with Ben's Tech, the one and only, the one that knows everything. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I think he's the one that's going to show you how it's done.
Most likely. So this is the box that Bestop sends it in. It is pretty heavy, so for safety reasons, so you don't hurt your back, get 2 people to carry it. And what you're going to do is unload all your stuff out of it, and once you do, you don't need the box no more. Well,
now that we took everything outside the box, you want to go ahead and just spread everything out. As you could tell, over here in this little smaller box, you're going to notice once you open it up, it does have a third brake light. So just take note of that. There is some wiring that goes with this if you do want to install that.
Alright, it comes with instructions. Go ahead and take your time, read through it. Don't just be like everyone else and be like, whoop, don't need it. First thing you always want to do when you get a big kit like we have is to go through the parts list. Make sure you have everything before you start. First step here is to assemble some pieces, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
Right now that we do have it laid out, we're going to go ahead and get one of the smaller rails, which is this one here, and then we're going to go ahead and get one of the longer rails, which is that one. You're going to notice there is a pink and a blue sticker. We're going to go ahead and start with the blue stickers. That's just going to be your left and your right.
Comes with these 4 screws provided. Here's the other 2, and you have to put them in there. So I'm just putting them in and backing them out a little bit, so that way we can slide the rail in.
So the 2 screws that he is working with, it's going to be these 2 here.
Once we got these 2 set screws in here just right, what you're going to do is you're going to slide these 2 together. And if you're pulling through, it'll be a little bit easier, but we got them right where we need them. And then once that's done, you're just going to tighten these back down, and then that's it for one rail.
Alright, so now that the first rail is done, you should have something that looks like this, something similar. Grab your next rail and the other small rail, which he's working on right now. Go ahead and feed the screws just like that, and once again, get your 1/8 Allen wrench to go ahead and screw those in, and then we'll put the rails together. For this next section here, you're going to want to go ahead and get some rubbing alcohol and of course a microfiber towel. You want to go ahead and clean all this section off. You want to go ahead and clean this whole section off. And you want to go ahead and clean this whole section off way over there, and of course the opposite side. So the reason we did clean off the bed rails is because when we do go ahead and install the actual framing of it, you're going to go ahead and notice there underneath there will be like a double-sided type of tape.
What you want to do is you want to get all 4 of your rails, both sides, front and rear, and put them up on the rails. No, we're just setting them up here for right this moment. So what we're going to do now is you'll see that there's a slot here. We're just going to put these tabs in here.
You can get a better picture from here. Just slide it into the slot. Just for now, it's going to sit there. Be the same for the back side as well. Just slide it into the slots. Nothing too hard.
Now that we got all the rails on, you will notice that this rail is smaller than the front rail. It's supposed to be like that, so don't worry. Just try and get everything centered as possible. Next up, we're going to do is take these one sides off for the tracks, one on this side, and then we're going to be sliding brackets in to hold these rails on. You're going to get all 4 of your spacers. You're going to see that the hole is more towards one side or the other. You want them on the downside. 2 in each of these slide rails. So 1 over here, 1 over here, and same for the other side. So what you're going to do now is you're going to need, you have 4 of these brackets. You're going to grab the 2 longest Allen head bolts, 2 of these, and then the 2 spacers. And you're going to kind of build it, put the bolt through, put the spacer on the back. 2 of these spacers that we put in, you want to grab the front ones and put these on. And then you're going to slide this all the way over to the front. And then you're supposed to measure from this bracket where it meets the curve. You want to go 6 inches back, and that's where you're going to put this spacer. Now that we got it moved 6 inches, what you're going to do is tighten this Allen right here, like so.
Just in case you guys are curious, everything's in the instructions, but that is a 1/4 inch.
Yes. Get one of your bolts, and it's going to go through the bottom one to the top one, and that's what holds your rails in place. Now you guys want to do the same thing on the opposite side. Now that we got the fronts done, we're practically going to do the same thing for the rear. You do have to put these brackets on. They're pretty simple. You just kind of pop them in there. And then we're going to do the same. Put this in here. Instead of being 6 inches from the rear, we're going to be going from this corner about a foot out. And same thing, bolt through the bottom, bolt the top. And once you got this all done, make sure you guys put your rails caps back on, and then do the same on the opposite side.
So of course, once again, from here to where we're going to be mounting it, you want to go ahead and give it a foot, so which is 12 inches.
Now that we got all 4 clamps on, just give it a little wiggle. Make sure it ain't going nowhere. Ours is nice and secure, all 4 corners. Next you're going to do is you're going to get all 4 of your spring couplers. You'll note there is 2 different sizes, long and short. The long ones go on the outside of the tubes. The short ones go on the inside tubes. Come in so they're secure. Just push the button. It pops in like so. Do that for all 4, and then you're gonna put the other side together. Now what you're gonna do is put these 2 together and just thread them together. And before you put the buttons in, just kind of get them all started. It will make life a little bit easier. All right, so now that we got these in, you're gonna want to get you, your friend, your grandma, your grandpa, everyone to help you put this thing together. It's pretty damn tight.
Yeah.
It's a good thing though. It's not gonna rattle. It's just all the paint they use for anti-rust and all that stuff. But that's it.
So now that you put everything together, you just want to go ahead and get it inside the bed, and we're going to go ahead and show you just what's next and how to actually mount it onto the bed, so that way we can get ready to put the actual cover on over it.
For this section, it says use 2 people. Inside, you'll see the little round opening to put this pilot bushing in. You just pull a little bit, pops right in.
Yeah.
So next up is you have these other brackets on each side, and then you have these push pins right here. You're gonna put these in those push pins. You may have to pull it forward like so, just to get it to go in there. Push that there. Let it clip in, make sure it's clipped in. Same thing on this side. Pull this pin, pull it forward, make sure it clips in. And after you got all this clipped in, you're gonna slide this forward a little bit and use this onto their pre-installed bracket right here, just so it doesn't move back and forth.
And of course you want to do that to the opposite side, which we've already done. So the next step, we've now gotten the actual camper shell. Well, it's a soft top camper. We've flipped it on its backside and put it on top of my roof. The reason why is because you're going to notice all along this backside, which this is the window that's going to be with the rear window, all along it there's going to be a black rubber like this. So we're going to go ahead and just slide it into the rail. There's going to be a little opening, and you want to go ahead and just slide it in just like that, all the way until it reaches the other side. And now we're just going to go ahead and flap it over. Now that we've done this, you're going to notice there's a little white tab here, and there's going to be one on the opposite side as well. You just want to go ahead and get it under this in channel here, just like that. So now it's secure, and there's also a little black one here. Let's go ahead and put it in the in channel. All right, now that it's nice and secure, we'll show you what's next.
What we're doing now is on this back panel, it's the same thing, got the 3 covers. We're just going to line it up and put it in here. May take 2 people.
Yeah.
Just like so.
Alright, so we've done that side, we've done that side. Next steps should be the easier ones.
What you're going to do next is after that's thrown on, we are just going to do the velcros to hold them onto the bars. Right here. And then for the front and the back, they have these buttons to clip on. So this one just kind of pulls around it. Make sure this is looped on here. Alright, so what you want to do is grab this correct side window. Start at the top of the zipper. Alright, so what you want to do is, once you're getting these going, make sure you do the top first. It will make your life so much easier. And then once you get it zipped up all the way, go ahead and do the sides as well. Go ahead and Velcro it all the way around. Well, once you get the zippers done Velcro, there's a plastic that needs to go underneath this for the bottom. Just go ahead and give it a little tug.
What he's talking about, it was similar to the ones that we put on this side and on the other sides. So they're all going to be pretty much hooked into that railing. Same thing, we're going to go ahead and zip up, of course, the top side first. And then after zipping the top side, then you want to go ahead and zip the sides. One in the front and one in the back. And then you want to go ahead and put the Velcro and then put everything else that goes underneath the rail.
Last thing is this back piece.
Something we did notice that we do want to note, it is a good thing, don't get me wrong, but having the Velcro on the side ones, it kind of made it a little bit difficult to go ahead and zip everything up. Because the one for right here in the back, it doesn't have Velcro and it's a lot easier to just zip. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and install the third brake light onto the actual camper. So it's basically installed, but we just want to go ahead and do that. It is going to get installed here, and there is pre-cut holes, but you are going to make two bigger ones. You'll see what I mean in a minute. It's a super simple install. It comes with everything that you need here. So you're going to want to go ahead and start with the left side, and it is per instructions to do the left side. So you want to go ahead and remove the bolts for the actual tail light, which are 10mm, which we'll go ahead and do right now. Alright, so the only ones we removed was this one right here at the top and this one right here at the bottom, and then it should pull back out. Just take note, if you've never taken it off for the first time, it is going to be a little bit harder. Don't be scared, you just want to go ahead and pull out. As for mine, it is easy because I've removed it many times.
For here is we're going to feed this connector through here, pull it through, and that's where your third brake light is. Maybe just like so.
And the reason I told you guys to cut out small holes for this side and for this side was because once it's secure, you're going to put the provided screws through there, which we'll get to that in a little bit. You're going to notice when you flip it up over here, there's another slit that's there, and you're going to now feed the wiring through that one. It's nothing hard, really easy. So up next, if you notice there is a channel there, you want to go ahead and feed the wiring through there. It's going to be really easy, and it's going to run along all the way down, and you'll see where it goes next. So now that you've fed the wire through the in channel, just like that, it's going to be coming out through here. And it does help if you have a clothes hanger. All we did was extend it and just tape it to the actual wiring, and it helped us feed it through. Once you're in that position, you're going to now notice there's another channel through there, and you want to go ahead and feed the wire through there now. Nice and easy. You're going to notice, of course, this is the wiring that we did feed through from the third brake light. Now we're just going to go ahead and leave this hanging, and you want to go ahead and get the other wire that is provided. There is two different ends on it. One side, of course, is going to connect to the third brake light, and the other side, you're going to notice it is spliced just like that. You're going to want to go ahead and just grab it, and on the bed itself, you're going to pull it up. You're not going to be able to see this on camera, but once you pull it up in person, there is a hole right under there, and you want to go ahead and feed that wiring through. Once you've done so, you're going to want to go ahead and go on the other side of the truck, and it's going to come out underneath. Going underneath the truck now that we've fed the wiring through, you're going to notice it's coming out through there. So we're going to go ahead and now feed it through that hole that you can see right there. We're going to go ahead and feed it up, and in that hole, it just leads to the actual left brake light. There it is. Like I said, super simple, nothing too hard. So up next, of course, you can see there is a lot of wiring. So you want to go ahead and cut off some of the excess, and I'll show you why. Alright, so as you can tell, we've now spliced it open. There's a black one and there's a red one. Inside the bag where the wiring was, there's going to be two of these wire tabs. Now you want to go ahead and grab it, because this is what we're going to be working on next. Now looking at your tail light, we're going to be working with the one that's in the middle. So to take this off, you literally just twist it and it pops right off. So the wires we are going to be working with are the one that is white and black and the one that is blue. So let's go ahead and get that going. The white and black one and the black one is on the same side, and by using this, it just taps into both. Let's get to the next one. it's nice and secure, as you can tell. So now we're tapped into the actual brake light. Before putting everything back together, you want to go ahead and test it and make sure that the actual brake light does work. We've now tested it. All my brake lights work, including that one, the top one. Now you want to go ahead and reinstall your actual brake light. Just pop it in nice and easy, and then put the 1 and the 2 screws that you did remove. Of course, when we did test it, we had to plug it in. So this is the one that was coming from the actual third brake light that's up here. And then of course this is the wiring that we did feed through underneath the truck to connect into the actual brake light. So you're gonna notice there is a lot of excess here. Go ahead and get a zip tie and go ahead and fold it inside and throw it in there. Kind of where my bed lights are, ran through, and my actual CB radio wiring, I just fed it in there. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie this and just feed it inside. So as you can tell, now the only wire that is exposed, because I did throw it inside like I stated, is that. So it looks good, nice and clean. Our third brake light of course works. And now let's go ahead and get to the next scene so I can show you how it looks.
To install the third brake light, what you're going to need is the screw, the washer, and nut. It is provided in the kit, which is good. So you want to take your screw, put it through, and then stick it through the hole in the canvas. We stretched it out a little bit just so it'll go through. Phillips screwdriver, stick it through the rest of the way. Inside look, you can see it sticking through. You're going to put your washer and your nut on the back. Do the same for the other side. And once you got both of them in, go ahead and tighten them down.
So of course, to tighten it down, you're going to need a Phillips head for this side, and for the opposite side you're going to need a size 8 socket. One thing you guys do want to note, you guys, if you guys do remember, I was saying you guys can either install it or not. As for California and regulations and all that, we do have to have a third brake light up there. So if somewhere where you guys live, you guys don't need it, of course you guys can be done with the install and you guys don't have to install that. But like I said, as for us, we do have to, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, as you can tell, it looks pretty cool. If anything, maybe one day I'll probably just wrap it in some tint to make it look nice and flush. Alright you guys, now we've finished with the installation process. Third brake light is installed. It works. We know it looks good. One thing to note though, when measuring this out, you do want to go ahead and make sure to measure really good. As you can tell, mine is a little bit pushed back, which that's not a problem. It's easy to remove the bolts and bring it back, but it looks good, nice and easy. I would recommend you guys doing this with a buddy or someone else. How many people maybe?
At least minimum 2.
Just leave it at that. Make sure to stay tuned to my review video, and that way if you guys want to listen to my thoughts, and I want to go ahead and show you a couple behind the scenes on this thing. So stay tuned for that video if you guys are interested, especially if you guys are going to end up buying one. That video is going to really help you guys out before you guys do purchase.
Yeah, stay tuned for the review, how to fold it and everything.
If you guys like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just how it looks when you do go ahead and push the brake. Everything still works, as you can tell. Top one is good. Side one is good. Other side one is good. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you that the turn signals still work normally. So the left and the right. So there's left and then there's right. So there's really nothing to it. You just want to go ahead and remember to splice into the left one, not the right one. Not sure why, but it's stated in the instructions. So yeah, let's get back to the clip.